Hey, everybody. And Sean, I saw your comment that you are here. That is awesome. Ooh, edit. Hold, please. It's saying it's having trouble streaming to Facebook. Is it possible? Ugh, good Lord. Oh, I don't get it. We're just going to continue on, okay? Like, it's always something, right? All right, let me get rid of that. Okay, so yep, yeah, everybody's from on YouTube. That's fine. Whatevs. All right, so welcome back. Day 2 of March online class. So for new people, if you're watching later, whether on Facebook, if it ever shows up, or on YouTube, every month I do a free class. If you have the supplies already, I'm happy to inspire you to use your stuff. So it's, you can follow along later, watch, make all the stuff, all good. If you do want the packet, it's US only, sorry. I've got information and there is a link in the description for how to get that for this month. So blog will be updated probably tomorrow, and I'll do one blog post for all the projects from yesterday and from today. So it's like the second Monday and Tuesday of every month is when I do this class. So I'll get that updated tomorrow. And we're continuing. It's a sea life theme. So we did 4 cards last night. We're going to do 4 more different cards tonight. And let me just go down here to my desk. Okay, so your class kit this month includes everything, all the cardstock pieces and parts and envelopes for your 8 cards, plus a pack of the rhinestones, the Rhinestone Waves Basic Jewels, plus a PDF tutorial, which has all the measurements, all the ingredients, step-by-step instructions, and it's got an extra tutorial for this little project. So this is a folio, and there's a separate video for this. So it'll be a private video, and the link will be in. So Sean, you just checked Facebook. Part 1 is there, but nothing about part 2. That's so weird. And I can't really save. I mean, I can't do anything about it from here now, because if I go into edit, let me try that again. Schedule for later, but well, and you know what? It'll only let me start on Facebook like 10 minutes after. Schedule is already live. You cannot edit the schedule. Nope, I don't think I can do anything about it now. That's so weird. All right. Well, thanks for checking, Sean. I'll just have to figure out how to share it later to Facebook. I just don't know what happened, what went wrong. Ugh. All right. But so PDF for this is the bonus project. So in my description, I say, oh, you get a bonus project tutorial. So it's instructions, cutting, scoring, step-by-step, and a separate video to make this. And this thing little flips up. There's a little magnet in there and a pocket. So it's neat. I like it. So I hope you guys do too. So let's get started with cards 5 through 8. All right, so first up, we're going to do a slider card. Now, this butterfly is just my prototype. Let me get all this other stuff out of the way. This is just my prototype. I keep seeing these all over the internets, and I like it. Sean, do you want me to put a message? Yeah, please. That would be great. Just say that something went wrong with Facebook, with the thing, and I can't fix it on the fly. That's the only thing that stinks about, streaming. Like, I don't have a whole bunch of control over it. So yeah, I would appreciate that, Sean. You're amazing. Okay, so slider card. So we're going to make one. So this thing slides up and you put a little thing here. I did a butterfly. I'm probably going to give this to my mom for something. I don't know. But it's neat. So we're going to do one. Actually, ours is going to go this way because we're still using the seascape stuff. But it's not hard. It's just, kind of wrap your head around it. So let's get started. So these are the colors I'm using today for all the projects. I think. I think I pulled them all. So Coastal Cabana, Crumb Cake, Pacific Point, and Night of Navy. So for our slider card, we have Coastal Cabana, and this is, let me turn the page to my measurements, 5.5 by 8.5. Now we have to score this. I did not score it. We're going to score this at 1/2 inch and 4.5 inches. So 5.5 by 8.5. We're going to score it over here at 1/2, and then at 4.5. So that makes this panel and this panel 4 inches. And I think, so that's a little shorter than a typical card. Let's measure this. So this is probably 4 by 5.5. So we need that 1/2 inch flaps so that we can attach everything. So this is how it's going to go together. We need this flap to be on the inside. But the beauty is this will still fit in a medium envelope. Okay. So it's just, you know, 1/4 inch more narrow. All right, let's put that there. So we've got that 5.5 by 8.5, score at 1/2 inch and 4.5. Then we've got a piece. This is like a 1/4 sheet with a notched corner. So 4.25 by 5.5. This is to stamp on and either cut, punch, or die cut something out of. But I'm going to put that off to the side because I don't need it. Then we've got 2 pieces. They are both 3 3/4 inch wide. One is 5 1/4 inches tall. This is to go on the front of our card. And then we've got the other one is only 5 inches tall. This is for our pull-out piece. It's got to be a little bit shorter because we're going to close this off. Now I got to tell you, all the samples that I've seen and the videos, they left this bottom part open, and I don't know why. I don't care for leaving it open just on general principle. Like, why would you do that? So I glued mine shut. So you can see here, I glued it shut. And it doesn't affect anything. Like, it still goes up and down like it should. So I just don't understand the logic between leaving it open. Then we need a little piece of white, 1/2 inch wide by 2.5 inches. And that's what our little bit hangs onto that stays attached. So it's really not a lot to it. So let's stamp on this, and actually let me score this. So like I said, this one's going to be landscape. And I want my fold over to be on this side, and the cut mark is going to be here, the slidey part. I think you could do it this way too, but I didn't want to risk having any interference with this, with the slidey thing. So I want that on the top. Okay, so this is how it's going to go. So this part, I am going to stamp like a little scene. Now I'm only going to use Coastal Cabana and Crumb Cake. You could use a whole bunch of colors if you wanted to, but I was just trying to keep it under control a little bit so you wouldn't have to have 500 different colors to make stuff. So I'm just going to have like a tone on tone, you know, kind of thing. Seize the Day. This is the new one out of the mini. You could use any Sea Life set that you have. So let's do, now I want to keep in mind that oh, that's right. I already stamped and die cut my octopus because that's what I want to be on the slidey part. So I just have to keep in mind where I'm stamping stuff. So I want some, let's see, some leaves here. And let's go there. And I'm going to wipe these off as I go. Then I want some other critters. Let's do some fish. And let's see, I'm going to have them going opposite direction. And I want them in coastal. And my line that I'm going to cut is going to be about here. So I want to just keep that in mind. He's going to go right here. All right, let's do some others. I stamped off once. And again. And I do want to put a little crab and a greeting. So the greeting, also I have to keep in mind the hole, like the half circle from here. So I don't want to put a greeting right here because it's going to be at the edge. So I'm probably going to put a greeting over here. So let's do that before I get too crazy. Wishing you open oceans of happiness. How about that? And I do kind of want to get this mounted, or the words stamped straight. Hey, Sue. Thanks to Sean for getting the message over there that things are messed up with Facebook on my stream. And I don't know if it's because I responded, because I commented. I don't know. But it was fine when I set it up. One more thing to look at, like I have time for a zillion things. All right, I want to do a, what is that? A starfish there. Actually, I want a brown one like up here. And let's do one here. All right, I think that's going to do it. And then some bubbles. Let's add some bubbles. So you build your scene however you like. Let's do bubbles, bubbles. If you want to do more colors, actually, let's have some bubbles here because you don't know what critters are hanging out down in the weeds here. If you wanted to have yours like all the colors, that's great too. Okay, let's clean this off. And then get this. All right, now before I attach the stamped bit to, this will be like our card front. Before I attach that, I want to punch a hole. So we need a 1-inch hole punch. And I'm going to eyeball like halfway in between here. Turn my punch upside down. So my punch has, I don't know if you can see these little, see this little thing right here, this little thing that's sticking out. And then on the other side, there's one. That is the halfway point for this circle punch. So I'm using those as a guide. So I get like half of my circle. So I punch that out first. Nice. Now I want this to match. So I'm just going to hold this in place like edge to edge and then open this back up. And this just gets it good enough. It doesn't get it perfect. All right, punch that. Now you might think, oh, that's going to be a perfect match when I slide it down, but it's not. So I go back in with my the circle punch, and I just take just a little off each side, and I'm just eyeballing like that much. See how much that is? Teensy bit. And it's not perfect, but it's close enough. Ooh, that is really close enough. Okay, now I'm going to glue this on, but remember my cut mark, my slit is going to be over here. So I only want to put glue around the edge. I don't want to do it like I normally do, like all over the back. So I have to control myself, but I can put it all up here. Oops. All right, so just the edges. And we have to make our slit before we close up our the base of our slider. Okay, so you're either going to need a blade and like a cutting mat, or the kind of cutter that we used to use a long time ago. Hold on, which I still have mine for just these purposes. Okay. This part is really eyeballing, like cutting the slit. You really want to just keep in mind, where is your thing going to go? So I want my octopus to be like about here. So I'm going to want my cut to be like about, yeah, right here. So eyeballing. And let's just go up. About like that. Okay, going through both layers. So we have our slit. Okay, that's all we need for our slidey part. Now, to get the mechanism to work, we need a dimensional, and we need our, this is our little 1/2 inch strip, 1/2 inch by 2.5 inches. And we need a, oh, that's right, I need a new sheet of dimensionals because I used them all. All right, so what we're going to do is fish this through so it's kind of loose. But let's put, we're going to put dimensional here. Now, everybody that I've seen only used 1 dimensional. I'm going to see, can I get 2 on here? Because I just feel like this butterfly, I mean, it's sturdy enough. Actually, let's just do it the way it should be. So 1 dimensional, but I want to push this all the way to the left, as far to the left as I can go. I don't want the dimensional touching the slit mark, but just like a hair off. Like, I don't know if we can see that. Just a teensy little bit off because I don't want it to get caught on the slit. So dimensional on the outside. Now let's flip it this way, and I'm not going to touch anything. This is our card that's going to go on the, this is what's going to, you know, come up. So we have to attach this card to this little strip. So we need glue. And I put glue all over. Obviously, I don't want it like squishing out anywhere. But I also want it as close to that slit mark as I'm willing to get. All right, and now I'm just going to place this right here. If you wanted to stamp anything on this, do it before we attach it. All right, like if you wanted to write something, or you know how I stamped You're an Inspiration. If you want to stamp something, do it before we attach. Okay, I mean you could still pull it out and stamp it here. It's not critical. All right, now we're going to line this up. I want this edge to be along this edge and like centered. All right, and I'm just going to hold it here for a minute. All right, and now, oh, you know what? I needed to get this part in here first. How did I do that? It's fine. I think I messed this up though. No, because you have to get it out of the way here. So this is, our slide is working. Our slide is sliding. What I have to have is, oh, I really screwed something up. No, it's fine. I keep telling myself it's fine. It really is fine. Actually, you know what? I think it'll be better if I put my octopus on here. All right, so let's unpeel this, put octopus on. Ooh, punch all the little bits out. Okay, so what I have to get this flap like that. Like it's got to be on top of this card so it won't interfere with it. That probably doesn't make any sense. Ugh. All right, so let's get this, hold it right over here and add glue. All right, I'm just holding this in place. I think it'll make sense because we still, you know, that flap has to come up over this card so that it still pulls in and out. You see what I mean? All right, and now we can see in here, see how the flap is on the inside. So everybody else that I saw left this open on the side, and I didn't understand why. Ooh, it looks like I got glue There we go. So our card slides out. The only thing I don't like is it tends to, the edge pops up. Let me hold it this way. So the edge of, see how the edge of our octopus like stands up like that? I have the same thing going on with the butterfly too. The edge of it is raised up a little bit. I guess that's just the nature of the beast. But I'm gonna go ahead and glue this. So I'm just gonna put a little teeny bit of glue right here. So see that much right on the end, just because I want that end to be closed. Then we're going to punch a little half circle on the back side. Well, actually I don't need to. I just need to punch a little something to attach our ribbon. Eyeballing for the middle. And I want a little bit bigger hole. I only have an 1/8 inch hole punch. So I punched it in the middle and then a little bit to the left and a little bit to the right. Grab any ribbon you want. I'm going to use the Pool Party ribbon because it matches nicely with the Coastal Cabana. And just, that'll be about enough. Eyeball. And I want this to go, we'll do a loop. So fold it in half. Push the loop through the front. And then we open this loop. Take the 2 tails and flip them over and through the loop. And then tug this down. So that is going to be my attachment that we can pull. I love it. And then, yeah, you can still stamp on here. And then let's trim these just a little bit. And if you wanted to do different ribbon, go for it. But let's add a few gems. I like the idea of this slider card. I don't understand why they're leaving this side open for sure. All right, let's do some of these. And some of these. And remember, so I don't really want to put any gems here because I don't want anything to interfere with my octopus sliding out. So I'm just going to, actually, I don't want to have any on the bottom here too. So I don't want anything, no dimensionals, no popped up anything. So I'm going to stick with my, my rhinestones just in the top area. And then let's add a big one right up here. Nice. Actually, let's do a couple more. Not green. Let's do some here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll have another one. Let's do one of these. Lots of rhinestones. So I love that slider card. Now, if you wanted to add a Winkastella to the octopus, you could certainly do that. Neat. So a lot of people are doing these with like cars or the bus from that celebration set that we had driving by. But you could do anything. Let me get my pin back in here. Not as hard as I would imagine, or that I had imagined. But definitely neat. All right, so that's number 5. Let's turn the page on my notes. Okay, more with Well Done. I guess I didn't cover that today. I'm using the same, most of the same stamps that I used yesterday, my Sea Life ones. Seize the Day, Well Done, Seascape, Biggest Wish, and Happy and Heartfelt. These for the greetings. So now I'm going to do Well Done. And we are going to do, so I've got a Pacific Point base, 5.5 by 8.5. Let me just fold this in half. And again, all your stuff pre-cut. You're not getting like a quarter pack of the paper. You're getting all the pieces that you need to make your cards. Then we've got that another quarter sheet with the rhinestone eyes on the octopus. Ooh, Sean, good call. Let's see. Their eyeballs are so teeny tiny. They're like right here. Yeah, good idea. Let's see. Green, because they go like right here. Since this is a distinctive, like you really do, if you don't know they're there, that's where the eyeballs should go on that. Oh, I like it. And I gave him green eyes because I have green eyes. What do you think about that, Sean? Is that better? I just like all the blingy blingy for sure. But yeah, good call. Okay, let's put this out of the way. So we got Pacific Point, 5.5 by 8.5. Then we've got our quarter sheet that we will stamp and or punch cut something out of. White for the inside, 4 by 5.25. And you could stamp on this, you know, before you put it in here, just like you could stamp on your envelopes that you will get in your kit. But I am just going to put that in here for now. Okay. Then we have Coastal Cabana, 4 by 5.25. And a piece of, this is a designer paper. I really like, yeah, this pattern's the one I want. So this piece is 1.5 inches by 4 inches. Then we've got a, ooh, I need to sand that a little bit. This is a 2.5 inch circle of Night of Navy. And then a 2.25 inch circle of white. And this is embossed with the bark folder. Because the bark folder really does look like waves. Get this in here. Now I want to, where's my scrap piece? So I'm going to stamp a little turtle on here. And I'm going to use Coastal Cabana. Now there's no die or punch for this turtle. But that's fine. So we're just going to hand cut him out real quick. He doesn't take but a minute to cut out. Oh, other big news today, shipping is going up. And with the new catalog, there are going to be some product increases. I think it's really everything though. Cardstock, ink pads, re-inkers. The only thing they didn't talk about was markers, I think. But cardstock, designer papers, I think it said some different accessories. I forget what. It didn't say stamps though. And then the shipping April 1st is going up too. So right now it's $6.95 minimum and 10%. And it's going up to $7.95 minimum and or 11%, whichever's higher. Which I did the math, and I mean, it's not the end of the world, but any increase sucks, you know? All right, so we've got this here. Now, I do want to do a little bit of tone-on-tone stamping for the back. So let's bring back our Coastal Cabana. Ooh, and I do want to, so I want to pick up the texture for this that's embossed on this. So I'm just going to, I just lay my ink pad right on it. No pressure, just tap it on there and I get a little bit of color. And that's all I really want. Maybe put some over here. So I just want to show you that I'm not putting any pressure on it. I'm just letting it sit there. This pad, I mean, it's pretty juicy, but all of them are like this with the foam. So I'm going to let that sit there and dry for a minute. But then let's go and do some seaweed. So I want to remember, let's keep in mind, this piece is going to go about here. So we can have leaves down here, just so it's not like naked. And then have some more coming up here. And I just got ink on my finger. And we're going to add a little, the seahorse. I like the seahorse. This little guy, put him right over that ink blob. And another one right in there. And let's do one right down here. Cute, cute, cute. And let's do another turtle. So this turtle is not going to be by itself. So we're going to have this just like that. I like it. Now for a greeting. So you're just going to want a little scrap of white. So take from, you know, one of your scratch pieces of white. What did I just do with mine? Actually, I'll just use this piece. So I just want to stamp something in Pacific Point and then hand cut it. So what do we have from Well Done? We've got my love for you is bigger than the ocean. Thanks a ton. Hoping all your birthday fishes come true. You know what? Where are those little fish? I needed to add those too. Oh, here we go. Ugh, I knew I was forgetting something. Let's add a few little fish. I missed like all the birthdays that I needed to send cards out for March so far. So I really need something about belated birthday. You're kind of a big deal. I'm going to say, hoping all your birthday fishes come true. All right. So I'm just going to stamp this and hand cut it on the white in Pacific Point. There we go. I really like the colors in these papers. You know, I told you yesterday, I'm not really a fan of blue necessarily, but all these ocean colors, I am digging it. All right, now let's do assembly. Now, if you wanted to emboss this piece of Coastal Cabana, go for it. That would be a good idea too. If you were going to do that, I would still stamp it first if that's what you wanted to do. Stamp it first and then emboss it. Otherwise, it's just hard. You know, when you try to stamp on something after you've embossed it, you don't get in all the nooks and crannies. Oof, I love this. So we're going to put that like right here. And then that has dried up a little. So see, it just touched on the raised up bits and not even all of them. Just enough to add a little color. But if you wanted to leave it white and raised up, that's fine too. All right, and now I'm going to put this here. I love it. I'm going to pop up the turtle. And the greeting will be flat. Oh, I like that. You could even put 2 turtles on here, but I'm going to stick with just the one lonely turtle. So cute. All right, so I want my greeting to come in like from this side. So I'm going to cut this straight up. And it doesn't bother me that I'm hand cutting this and I know it's not perfect. Now I want to rip it. I like the ripped edge. So I always rip towards me because the ripped up side ends up on top. And I like to see that. All right, let's just add a little glue. I love it. And then more rhinestones. All the rhinestones. Let me get this out of here. Trash, trash. So let's do a lot. Dark one, light one, and I feel like I can do all the colors. Let's do green. Yeah. And let's do a small one here and a big one here and one of these right here. So how many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, I'm happy with that. I like it. And again, you know what? Let's put Wink Estella on him. Let's make him a little shimmery. At least on his shell. Who am I kidding? Let's just do the whole thing. The more shimmery, the better. Okay. Hoping all your birthday fishes come true. I love it. I really love these gems. You guys, ugh. Can't stand it. They're so adorable. Shiny and sparkly. Okay. Card number 7. So I wanted to do a square card. And again, some of these colors, you know, we've got that yellow and orange side. So I wanted to play on the yellow. So we've got 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 inch card. So this is 4 1/4 by 8 1/2, scored in half. Now this does fit in your medium envelope, okay, because it's 4 1/4. And this one I'm going to have open this way. I don't necessarily, I like cards that open like, you know, a top fold, but it seems like my cardstock, I don't make them, if I don't use a sturdy enough weight, like even our thick white, it doesn't seem like it can hold the weight to hold the card up. So I tend to just do these side folds. Then we've got 2 pieces of white that are 4 by 4. Again, one is for the inside. So I'm just going to put this in. Yeah, so we should have new catalog and retired list next Wednesday. Ugh, the anxiety. Designer paper, this is trimmed down 1/8 of an inch. So this is 3 7/8 by 3 7/8. And this is Bumblebee, by the way. I don't think I said that. So the color in this is actually Daffodil Delight. But I wanted to use a Bumblebee. This is one of the retiring in colors. And we're actually going to stamp on, yeah, I need Bumblebee ink. So this I want just like a tone on tone with the different, let's see, Seize the Day and Biggest Wish. So I need Seize the Day and Biggest Wish. All right, let me make sure this is clean. So I know I wanted some yellow seaweed or whatever this is. All right, oop, and I got blue there. So I'm gonna have the greeting be like right here. So actually, let me get more right there. Yep, and a little bit more there. Ooh, yeah, nice. And then a couple of like a crab or something. Let's see. I want a crab like right there. Now, if you didn't have the sea life stuff, I mean, you could do, you know, flowers or something here too. Ooh, yeah, I like that. All right, now the greeting. Happy birthday or hello friend. Ugh. What's going to fit? I wanted to fit both of them in here. And, ooh, I need a black. So for this, I'm going to do VersaFine ink because it does well with the photopolymer stamps, as in it cleans up well. It doesn't stain them. So let me just hold that here. Yeah, happy birthday. Let me do birthday first. And I better get my foam, piece of foam, because I don't want to wreck this. Ooh. I just keep a piece of foam down by my cutter just for this. All right, and I'm going to put that right there. So yeah, VersaFine looks good. I do want this down towards the bottom of my piece of bumblebee. Straight enough. I do want to wipe this off. And then let's get happy. And that's not going to fit perfectly, but it's going to be fine. All right, let me get a... I'm running out of blocks here. Happy. This is going to fit just fine. So the tail of the Y can cross over onto the B. Okay, let's do this. Boop. Nice. And again, let me wipe this off. Okay, cover this up. So this black, this VersaFine, it does take a few minutes to dry, but we can just plan everything out. Okay, get this put away or in a pile so I can attach these, and then we can see how this is going to go. Ooh, I like it. Nice. And this piece, oh, did I tell you the measurements of this? Bumblebee, Nope, I did not. But it is, I know it's 4 inches because it's going to go across the whole bit. So 4 inches by 1.5. Okay, and I feel like I can actually trim some of that off since I got it. I wanted to put it down for a reason. And now I can't remember what that is, but that's fine. I tell you guys, today was a pretty busy day at work. My brain is over it. All right, let's mount this on white. Okay. And I want to mount this flat and then pop this whole layer up. And you know what? I need to include a piece of white for you guys to stamp something on because I want to add another little crab here and hand cut it. And I don't care that crabs aren't really yellow. It fits my what I have got going on here. So we're going to stamp another crabby in yellow, or the bumblebee, and I'm going to cut him out real quick. And that's going to give this some time to dry. All right. Now I'm just going to leave just a teensy little edge of white. Oops. Gotta get my fingernails in here. There we go. Get in with these legs. So being from Maryland, you know, we're all about the crabs and the blue crabs. But I like stuff that are not necessarily the traditional color. Now I'm not going to get down in all the nooks and crannies. Just good enough. There we go. Ooh, yeah, I like that. And we'll pop him up. Okay, hopefully this is dry enough now. I was thinking I might rip the edge, but meh. Nope, not necessary. So let's put this down here. This really would go nice with flowers, I'm thinking, because this splotchy business, I mean, that could be anything. Okay, let's get some foam tape and just cover it. So Sean, since you got snow the other day too, just like I mean, you got more than we did. We only got like 2 inches for real. That was Saturday, right? That we got the snow. And then it's been like 70 degrees every day since then. It's crazy. But I tell you, it was super cold and windy. All right, one more piece here. That is a lot of foam. Excessive. I get it. But that's okay. Yeah, ours didn't even stick to the street. It just stayed on the grass for a little bit. But it was so cold and windy. Like, ugh. Frigid. All right, now let's add a little bit of Tombow. So I just like a little bit of glue on my foam tape because this stuff is so sticky. I need a little bit of wiggle room to get everything straight. And if I don't use this, when it's down, it's down. All right, let's come in here. And I think that looks good. Okay. Yep. Ooh, yeah, I love it. All right, where's our Krabby? And he's going to go right there. Ooh, I love it. And then another dimensional or 2. Now, before I colored some of the rhinestones orange using Calypso Coral and or Cajun Craze, but I don't feel like I could make them yellow. Let me see. Where did I even put my rhinestones? Oh, here they are. I just don't feel like, even with the lightest one, actually, you know what? Let's just try it, because let's just give it a whirl. What yellows do I have? So I would want something dark-ish. Dark Mango Melody. That is more orangey, though. All right, let's see. Dark. Nope, that's not really going to do it. What's this one? Daffodil Delight. And this is one of the old ones. Okay. So that's a little bit darker. Ooh, and that flew right off. A little bit darker. I don't think that's going to... that could work. I was going to say, I don't think that's going to be the color I want, but I think it's going to be good enough. So let's see. Medium daffodil. If I had dark daffodil, but I know I don't. All right, this is going to have to do. So you want to choose your lightest rhinestones to try to color them something other than the blue. And I feel like this row and this row were the lighter colors. Okay, this is turning out yellowish enough. But yeah, if you had dark daffodil, I'm thinking that would be even better. All right, let's do another one of these. And one of these. And I see a stray over here. Get this out of the way. This needs to go back to its home. Where does that live? Right there? Yep. All right. Yeah. So I am happy with coloring these. Happy birthday. And then we'll put that here. Oops. one there, and one over here. Nope, I kind of want it to go like zoop up the card. So right there is good enough. Ooh, I like it. Kind of yellowy, still like kind of green tintish a little, but it works. I think it looks good with all of them. Okay. You got down to 7 Sunday morning? Ugh. Yeah, that's too cold. But then the next day, it was like nice here. So, cuckoo. Cuckoo nutty. All right, last card, number 8. This is going to be all like white on white. So I've got a thick whisper white, and this time I did go with the top fold. This is 4.5 by 11, and then folded in half at 5.5. Then I've got 2 layers. So we're going to stamp on shimmery white, but this layer, this white is 3 3/4 by 5. So we're going to build our layers like this. And then the shimmery is, I cut that down 3/16. So this is 3 9/16, which is dumb, by 4 13/16. So that's the way I do. So 3 3/4. Let me just show you. So 3 3/4. So then I just go down 1, 2, 3, 3/16, and that's how we end up with 9/16. Because 3.5, that's really 8/16. So I know it's dumb. You could probably just make it an eighth or a quarter, but like sometimes an eighth is too skinny of a border and a quarter is too big. Now I don't know if you can tell, there is a difference. So like the shimmery white, it's shimmery, but it's also like a darker shade of white. So it's not necessarily like completely white on white. It looks like you can tell that that it's different. But we're going to stamp on this. Then you've also got 2 tags. So the double oval punch, the back part is in the shimmery, and then the top part that we're going to stamp on, that is in just regular white. So again, this ties in the shimmery to the shimmery. Now I want this, there's no designer paper, no nothing. I'm just going to do a little bit of stamping with the blues. And maybe the crumb cake. What did I say? Navy and Pacific and Coastal. Okay. Pacific. Oh yeah, that's what, duh, these 3 colors that I grabbed out. And I wanted to use Happy and Heartfelt for the greeting. So I've been enjoying this. I just like the sayings in here. You matter to me. I've used that a lot. I do want another, actually, I'm going to do this one a thank you card. And I did put all the stickers. I don't necessarily mount all the stickers on my stamps all the time, but I did in this case. And then I do trim them down. So we want to have thank you. And I want that to be in the darkest. And that's going to go right on our label here, because I really want that to stand out. So let me just sit that there to dry. And then we're just going to stamp a couple things in the different shades of blue from, actually this time I wanted Seascape. I like this big coral bit. So we're going to use that with some of the things from Seize the Day. So let's do, I need a bigger block for this. And let me shut this before I do something crazy. All right, so I want to do Coastal Cabana because this is like the lightest shade that we're doing. Coastal Cabana. Boom. I love it. All right, then we're going to do, so our greeting is going to be like, boop, mounted here and over here. And I just want like a fish and a crab, something in the Night of Navy and something in the Pacific Point. So let's get this. I think this would be a good opportunity for a jellyfish. So we'll have jellyfish and then maybe these two fish. No, let's do starfish. All right, so we'll have jellyfish in Pacific Point. And I'm doing that because I know the greeting is going to be like down here. So I don't want the starfish to be Pacific Point also. Like Pacific Point, too much. So that's why I'm splitting it up. And I'll put jellyfish up here in Pacific. Ooh, I'm liking it. So like moving the color around just so they're not right next door to each other. And then starfish. So the beauty of this also being just white on white is if you don't want to do these colors, you can change it to whatever you want. Night of Navy. If you wanted these in pinks or purples, you could do it. Nice. Okay. And I wanted this shimmery, the shimmery paper, just so it really gives it that extra little bit of wow. All right, I'm gonna let that dry for a minute and glue these together. And then we're gonna put more rhinestones on. And this is gonna get popped up. Hey, my hands aren't like completely filthy tonight. That's awesome. Okay. Let's do some more. You know, I'm going to have to figure out what went wrong. I mean, if I can figure out with Facebook not working. But I did set it up the same as I normally do with sending it to both of them. I wonder if it's because I edited the post. Like the ahead of time, like the coming soon, whatever. However it shows on Facebook. Because I had messed up in the description a little bit, but I couldn't edit it in StreamYard. So, I think that might be why. All right, now I'm going to glue. Yep, I want to glue this flat and then pop it up under this layer. And trying to make sure I don't get any ink smudges. Sometimes the shimmery white takes a few minutes longer to dry for the ink to dry on it. So that's why I'm just trying to be careful because I really like this, how it's turned out, and I don't want to ruin it by smudging it. Okay, let's add some more foam. And I am just using this just because it's quicker than putting all my dimensionals on there. This roll was only a 1/4 inch wide, and I got this, I think, from scrapbook.com. The roll I had before was a 1/2 inch wide, I think, and I like that better. That covered more area quickly. And that is what interests me, really. Okay, so we are almost finished. Let's get another little bit of glue on the foam. So Thursday, if you're coming back, I'm doing a few little Easter baskets. The first one is using 12 by 12 cardstock, and I haven't made these in years. But I still have one on my desk. I don't use it as an Easter basket necessarily. I use it as like a catch-all thing. It's got my whiteout, my paper clips, mints, Band-Aids, whatever. It's a good size basket. All right, let's glue this on and try to get it centered. So I'm going to do that and then show a smaller size of the same basket, same style, just smaller. Ooh, let's put that right there. And actually, I want it to hang over just a little bit. I love it. And then we're going to do like a card or two, maybe a tag and a card. Okay. And I will give you a clue. We are using the Cactus Cuties to make a little chickie. All right, gems. I think all of the color of gems are going to be perfect. Let's do that, that. Little green one in there. Nice. And then medium here. And did I use green? Yep, and I used that one. I didn't use this one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that'll work. I could add 2 more, right? Why not? Let's do blue, and then I want a big green one. Oh, yeah, right there. Ooh, I love it. Okay. All right, you guys, so that is our next 4 cards. Let me bring everything back. I love that. Nice, nice, nice. All right, so we've got our white on white, our bumblebee crab. We've got our Coastal Cabana and Pacific turtle. And then we've got our octopus slider card with the Coastal Cabana and crumb cake. So that's for tonight. And then let me just show you real quick again from last night what we made. We did the Triple Time, Calypso Coral, and Petal Pink. We did a whale card. This is Just Jade and Granny Apple Green. And then inside, I love this. This is a pumpkin pie glitter card. And I mean glitter cardstock. So we colored, oh yeah. So we colored, these are the ones we colored with the Calypso Coral dark marker. So it made it like a dark pinky orange. This was colored with the dark Cajun Craze. And that is definitely more orange. I don't know if that's going to pick that up. But definitely this is a good match for pumpkin pie. And then we did our Sea House. And I just love those papers and all the gems. So yeah, link if you want the class is in the description of the videos. And I'm going to take signups until next Monday. So I'll have invoices out Monday and, you know, get everything paid. And then I place the order for stuff that we need on Tuesday. And I expect to have everything packed and shipped out to you on like around the 30th. So thanks, Deborah. Thanks, Sean. Oh, funny, Sue. You forgot I was on last night. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. And I will see you guys again on Thursday. All right. Thanks for hanging out. Good night.